This is Kristen Peak with Rivals.com. I'm here with Zaire Wade, Sierra Canyon guard. Before we get into the team and what's coming up here, notice you have a boot on and crutches. Can you please give us an injury update?
I'm waiting for my MRI results, but basically I hurt my ankle last game in Dallas. I rode it a weird way, so hopefully it's not too serious.
And you guys in Dallas, I mean, that was just insane. Like, you're playing in front of 10,000 fans. What was that atmosphere like?
I've never been in an atmosphere like that. I've only been, from the outside, watching the NBA game, so it kind of was different. It was like a fishbowl. Everyone was looking at us, so it was cool. It was loud. It was crazy, but it was nice.
And I mean, it's going to be like that way this entire season, with the cast that you have on your team, with Bronny, you, BJ Boston, Zaire Williams, Amari Bailey, Taryn Frank. List just goes on and on and on. What are your expectations for this year?
My expectations, I think, is to win it all. I don't expect nothing less. I think we all have that mindset. So,
I was talking to Amari Bailey this past summer, and he said what's so great about your coach and what your team is. I mean, you got high-profile kids such as yourself playing, and coach just treats you guys all the same, and practice is really tough. Is that how you guys are? Just your mentality going in?
Yeah, coach told me the week before practice. He said, "I hope he wasn't looking for any special treatment." I told him no, not at all actually. So that's good that he does that. No matter what your name is, no rankings, whatever, he treats us all the same. So it makes us better.
Yeah. And on the recruitment front, I know.
You
have a question for him?
Yeah. So how cold were your toes when you were in the boot?
Things was freezing, my
Oh,
dude.
man.
Cold. My toes is out. You're embarrassing me.
Okay, so on the recruitment front, how's that whole process been going for you?
The recruitment, since I got to Sierra, has picked up a lot. I have a lot of new interest, so it's picked up.
In terms of offers, let's go through those first. It's Nebraska, DePaul, Rhode Island, and a few others. Is that right?
Yeah, UC Riverside just offered me, so I came out here. And interest-wise, TCU actually just contacted me after the Dallas weekend. Michigan came out. It's been a few schools.
Yeah. Any of the local schools like UCLA, USC getting involved, or?
Not yet,
Yeah.
but it's really spread out. Schools in Miami, yeah.
Well, you're in a very interesting spot, right? Because this next draft class, we were just talking about it, there's going to be a ton of point guards coming out. Most of them are one and dones, and so there's going to be a lot of schools, a lot of top schools looking for point guards. So I imagine you're just going to wait it out, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to wait it out this season to see what school's looking at me. I appreciate all the schools so far that's offered me, and we'll see towards the end of the year.
Yep. And with TCU and Michigan, two schools that you mentioned that were showing interest down in Dallas, what is their message to you? Are they just checking in and saying that they're going to watch you?
TCU actually had a good message. They told me they've been watching me since I got here, that they like my skill set, my energy, etc. So we're just going to keep in contact and see where it goes from there.
Okay, and are there any schools that you want to get to this season or this spring maybe before you make your decision?
No, just any D1 schools that sees interest in me, I see interest in them.
Yep.
So.
Did you take any visits to the schools that have offered you?
Unofficial to Nebraska, and I'm working on official or unofficials for the next schools.
Okay.
But I think there's only a certain amount I can have for official. Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting so I can pick the right 5.
How is Nebraska?
It was cool. I went to a little football game, but they had a coaching change recently, so I have to recheck on that. But I went to the football game, showed me around campus, so it was cool.
All right, so definitely a late time decision. You think you're just going to see how much more interest comes in and then you're going to make a list, or what do you think?
Yeah, however much more comes in, and then I just got to give it my parents and see what's best education-wise. And
casually just say I have to check with my parents. I mean, your dad is Dwyane Wade, so he's obviously giving you some good advice through this process, right?
Yeah, he kind of puts it on me. He tells me whatever I feel like is going to, put me in the best position to where I want to go. But he guides me when I ask him to.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a very hands-on dad on the basketball court. I see that he's always not only giving you advice, but your teammates. Is that something that you welcome, or are you just kind of like, oh, Dad?
Oh, no, I mean, I welcome it. He's dad, but then on the court, I got to try to remember that he's one of the greatest ever. So I just kind of mix that, and when he talks, I listen.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for the update. For more information on Zaire Wade, keep it here at Rivals.com.